Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to notify team on Microsoft Teams for Webflow form submission. So let's suppose I am running a marketing agency and I am collecting all my potential leads with the help of Webflow. Now whenever there is a new form submission, I want to automatically notify my team on Microsoft Teams. As I completely want to automate this process, I am going to use Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing automation and integration software which requires no coding or programming skills. Here I just need to build connection between Webflow and Microsoft Teams. Pabbly Connect runs on two principles, which is trigger and action. Here as my trigger application, I am going to take Webflow from where I will receive new form submission, and then in my action application, I am going to take Microsoft Teams where the message will be sent automatically. If you want to learn this amazing automation step by step, then let me take you all to my screen. In this video, we are going to see how to notify team on Microsoft Teams for Webflow form submission. And here I have created an automation workflow with the help of Pabbly Connect, where I have made connection between Webflow and Microsoft Teams, and now we are going to check whether this automation workflow is working fine or not. For that, what I'm going to do is I'll make a form submission in this Webflow, and if I receive that form submission details in my Microsoft Teams, this means this workflow is working fine. For that, I'm going to open my form. So here this is my form and I'm going to write some dummy details in all these fields. So let's say my first name is, so here I have added some details. My first name is latest, my last name is user, my email address is latest@pabblytudes.com, and this is my phone number. Now I am going to submit this form, and as I do this, my team should be notified on Microsoft Teams. So let's open my Teams, and here I can see that I've added all the details. The name was latest user, email address was latest@pabblytudes.com, and this is the phone number. And now how to learn to set up this. Let's start creating this workflow automation from the beginning. In this video, we are going to learn how to notify team on Microsoft Teams on Webflow form submission. For this, we are going to create automation between Webflow and Microsoft Teams with the help of Pabbly Connect. So this is the landing page of Pabbly, and you can visit this simply by typing pabbly.com/connect in your browser. Now after browsing the website, we need to sign into a Pabbly account. On the top right corner, you can see two options, sign in and sign up for free. If you are an existing user, click on this sign in, and if you are a new user, click on this sign up for free, and this will give you 100 tasks free on monthly basis. As I'm an existing user, I'll click on this sign in, and here a dashboard has appeared showing me all the Pabbly applications. Here I have to click on this Pabbly Connect Access Now. And it has taken me to this dashboard where I will be able to find all my workflows over here and all the folders that I have created over here. If you want to create a new folder, you simply have to click on this plus icon, and from here you can create a new folder. For now, I want to create a new workflow, for which I need to click on this create workflow. And first I need to provide the workflow name, and then I have to select the folder in which I want to save that workflow. So first let's name this workflow as how to notify team on Microsoft Teams for Webflow form submission. And now I need to select my folder. So these are the folders that have been created, and I want to select this forms automation and then click on create. Now as soon as I click on create, two boxes have appeared in front of me. One is trigger, other is action. So trigger says when this happens and action says do this. So trigger is basically an event which starts the automation of a workflow. There can be only one trigger in a workflow, but as many as action applications as you want. Here in this workflow, I want to notify team on Microsoft Teams, which means whenever there will be a form submission in Webflow, my team will be automatically notified on this Microsoft Teams, which means whenever there will be a form submission in this Webflow, this complete workflow here will get triggered, because trigger says when this happens. So whenever Webflow form submission happens and an action says do this, then notify team on Microsoft Teams. So here in my trigger application, I'm going to take Webflow V1. Now I need to select my trigger event. So here I am going to make a form submission. So here I took new form submission. Now I need to make connection between Pabbly Connect and Webflow, for which a webhook URL is provided to me, and this URL is going to act as a bridge to connect my Webflow with Pabbly Connect. So reading this help desk, I am going to make this connection, and to make this connection, let's open my Webflow account. So this is my Webflow, And here these are my sites. So I'm going to use this edutech, and for that I have to click on this three dots and then I have to click on this settings. Now after clicking on the settings, I have to go to apps and integrations on the left side corner, and then if I scroll down I can see this webhooks option. So I'm going to click on this add webhook, and then I have to select my trigger type, which is form submission, because here I'm going to make the form submission, and then I have to select the API version. So here my API version is API v1, and then I have to enter the webhook URL. So this is the same webhook URL which I am provided in my Pabbly Connect workflow. So from over here I am going to copy this webhook URL and paste that webhook URL over here, and then I have to simply click on this add webhook. Here I have successfully added my webhook, and if I go back to Pabbly Connect, I can see this waiting for the webhook response, and under this it is written, now log into the application where you have added the webhook URL and do test submission so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response. Now this means, so as to get the webhook response over here, I need to do a test submission in my Webflow, and if Pabbly Connect capture that response here, this means the connection that we have created is successful. So for that I have to go back to my Webflow, and over here I'll go back, and then again I have to click on this three dots, and then I have to go to this editor option. Now over here I can see these three options: gallery, blog and forms. So I'm going to click on this forms, and this form has appeared in front of me. Now what I'm going to do is enter some dummy details in all these fields. So here let's say my first name is new, my last name is user, my email address is new555@pabblytudes.com, and then I have to enter my mobile number. So my first name is new, last name is user, email address is new555@pabblytudes.com, and this is my mobile number, and now I'm going to click on the submit. Now here I have made the form submission, and Pabbly Connect should capture all these response. So let's open my Pabbly Connect, and here I can see that I have received the response, and here I can see that the first name that I entered was new, the last name was user, phone number was this, and the email address was new555@pabblytudes.com. Here, as soon as I have done the form submission, I have received the response in my Pabbly Connect workflow, and this means the connection that we have created with the help of this webhook URL between Pabbly Connect and Webflow, that is successful. And now whenever there is a form submission, I will start receiving the response here in my Pabbly Connect. Now moving on to the next step, whenever there is a form submission, I want to notify my team on Microsoft Teams. So here in my action application, I am going to take Microsoft Teams, and then in my action event I have to take this send message in a channel, because I want to send message to my team. Now I have to click on this connect, and if you have an existing connection you can click on save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection, then click on this connect with Microsoft Teams. Now over here I have already logged in my Microsoft Teams account, and that's why I just need to grant away some permissions, for which I need to click on this accept. And it is always advisable to keep your accounts logged in, and here authorization successful. So Microsoft Teams is connected with Pabbly Connect, and now I have to enter all these details. So the first one is team, and then I have to enter the channel. So to explain this, let's open my Microsoft Teams. So this is my Microsoft Teams account, and here I have created the teams and the channels. Here as you can see that this is a team by the name Pabbly Connect, and then over here I have created a channel by the name Webflow. So I'm going to go back to Pabbly Connect, and from this drop down select my team as Pabbly Connect, and then I have to select my channel. So my channel was Webflow. So from over here I have selected that channel. Now I have to enter the message. So hello team, we have received new Webflow form submission. Here are the details: first name, last name, email, phone. Now after entering all these details, I have to map the details of these fields, which means I need to add the value to these fields. So over here when I click on any of these fields, I can see this Webflow, and when I click on this I can see all the response that I have received from here. So first I'll enter the first name, which was new, and then I will follow the same process and enter my last name as user, and then I will follow the same process and enter my email address which is new555@pabblytudes.com, and then my phone number was this one. Now over here, mapping is important so that every time you receive a new response, it is taken into consideration in these fields. Manually entering the data will make these fields static and the information will not change even if you have received the new response. Over here, if I manually enter any detail, this field will become static, and every time I receive a new response, the result will not change. So as to keep these fields dynamic, we use this process mapping instead of manually entering the details. Now after entering all these details, I simply have to click on the save and send test request. And here I can see that I have received the response. Now this message should be sent to my channel. So let's open my channel. And here I can see that I have instantly received the response. Hello team, we have received new Webflow form submission. Here are the details. The first name was new, last name was user, email address was new555@pabblytudes.com, and this was the phone number. So here I have done this form submission, and here I have successfully received the response in my channel in Microsoft Teams. Now this shows that this workflow is completely working fine. And now to summarize, we took Webflow v1 as our trigger application where we made connection with Pabbly Connect with the help of this webhook URL. We submitted the form and received the response here in this workflow. After that, we want to send details of this form submission to my Microsoft Teams channel. So then I took action application as Microsoft Teams where I made connection with Pabbly Connect, entered the team and then the channel, and then drafted the message in a way that I want to send to my team. Simply clicked on the save and send test request and received the response as these details been sent to my channel. So we have successfully created automation between Webflow v1 and Microsoft Teams with the help of Pabbly Connect. I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching. Not only these applications, but you can integrate many more applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now if you have any doubt, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com, and if you have any pricing related issue, you can visit the website given over here. Also, if you find our videos helpful, do share it with your friends and like and subscribe to our channel.